So now that we've talked about the different types of job types as well as where you can find them, I want to share my 7 best tips and practices of the casting process. Number 1, create a win-win situation. For me personally, when I first began my journey as an actor and a model, I wanted to be on as many projects as possible. So I worked with a lot of low-budget productions and companies. As I began to gain experience, I started to raise my standards as well. So as you start your journey, try out all the jobs and figure out which is your favorite job that you can hone down on further. There'll be low-budget projects that you may want to participate in, so get more experience on set. These are usually student films, okay? So student films, they're great when you first start out, as well as background work. Like I mentioned, you at least get an idea of what the on-set experience looks like. Is create a win-win situation for yourself. Make sure you're getting something in return for the time and the talents that you are donating. Will the production pay for your food and gas? Will they give you credits and the footage after they're done? So make sure to have that in writing too, okay? Email will work fine. This way you can follow up with them later in case you don't hear from them after a few weeks. So again, win-win situation, and as long as you're winning, I am happy. Number 2, use your photos strategically. If you want to play a certain role, I encourage you to upload and pull the pictures up on the casting sites so the casting director can see your range. For example, let's say they're looking for a girl next door, or maybe they're looking for a villain. If you have a headshot photo that's not your primary go-to headshot, but it actually fits what they're looking for, go ahead and upload it and submit that photo for the role. You want to heighten your chances of getting noticed and getting that audition. So let's raise up that opportunity for you. Number 3, communication is key. Use the cover letter to your advantage. For example, if you live far from the job location, from the set location, indicate that on your submission that you're willing to cover the travel. Of course, if you are willing to. What it does is it ensures that your profile is still being looked at and it's not disregarded because you're not in the location that they're looking for actors. Okay? So another example, if you really love the role, you fit it, like you're the perfect person for this role, then tell the casting director. Tell them everything that makes you stand out and connect with the role. So please, you guys, don't disregard the cover letter. Use it to your advantage. Okay? All right, number 4, update your resume monthly. So as you begin picking up momentum, make sure to update your resume once a month. The rule of thumb is people usually, they don't put background work on resumes, but if you are just starting out and you have been on set for background work for a few times already and you have no other credits to your name, it won't hurt to put some experience on your resume. That way it shows that you have at least some on-set experience. Eventually you will want to update your resume to show that you've done speaking roles as well and that you are a working actor, okay? So just keep that in mind. Number 5, wait for your type and don't submit to multiple jobs within one project because it causes a lot of work for the casting director as well as you. So if you're just starting out, go for short films, student films. Focus on building your reel, your demo reel. We'll talk about that soon. So when I first started, I used to apply to 2 roles within one project. Listen, you want to know what that did? I would get 2 auditions, yay me, and then I had to create a self-tape for both roles. It's not the best tip that I recommend because when time is not in your favor, and it usually isn't with acting, you don't act at your best. You overthink, your performance is likely going to be poor, right? Like it's not going to be the best. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what I'm trying to build you up as the best performer, the best creator, the best artiste out there. So do yourself a favor, apply to one role that you know you will do 100% amazing at, even though there's another role within that project that you may actually be really good at as well. But what ends up happening is when the director or the producer, they see your self-tape audition, with the first one, right? And when you submit it and they're impressed, what they'll do is actually they'll be the ones to tell you to audition for the other role. So what that does is it gives you more credibility and a winning chance to book work. Again, go to rule number 1. Create a win-win situation. So apply that rule and trust me, you will win on a consistent basis. All right. Number 6, be an observer. Observe commercials, films, shows, web series. How do you fit in there? What would you do differently? Start doing your homework every day. Live and breathe acting and creating. Get into those actors' shoes. Look at what's in the business. What are people paying for? So just keep an eye. Start observing, okay? Number 7, don't rely on just your looks or the relationships, okay? The skills is what will get you through the door as well. Okay, so keep working on the skills you got. Keep honing them down. Look into acting training. Maybe get that one-on-one coaching. Get that improv classes. Those are really the best. They really push you outside of your comfort zone. Start memorizing monologues and even write your own stuff. Acting training is like gym for your soul. You got to do it every day if you want to be great at it. We'll talk about social media as another tool that will give you more chances to perform and in your own terms. All right, so we're going to talk about that in the upcoming modules. So that's my 7 tips and best practices for you. I hope you put it in good use, and remember, you got this. Yeah, you do.